praxis. Today I'm working on the nailing attachments that are going to attach the nailer board up on the outside of this wall here. If you guys recall yesterday, I was working on the foam out there and getting everything set to have the roof attach on the other side of this. At the very top you see the floor joists up along the ceiling line here. That is where the outside nailer board is going to attach, because it's pretty much solid wood straight through. And the nature of the pads that I'm creating is that they're going to be 3 of these 2x10s layered up, and then there's going to be a contiguous 2x10 that runs across it, and then a 2x4 at the bottom is sort of like a rest for the ceiling joists out in the greenhouse to lay on. And what I need to do is I need to attach these guys to the outside. They don't really need to be attached super thoroughly at the moment, because what's really going to hold these guys down is I'm going to be going to the hardware store and I'm going to buy a piece of threaded rod, a big piece of threaded rod that's going to pass all the way through the 2x4, through the giant 2x10 that goes across, through all 3 of these, through 2 layers of 2x10 and 1 layer of 2x4 up there. So it's a really long threaded rod, and I'm going to put 2 of them per each of these blocks, and these blocks are spaced out about 2 feet apart up on the top. That's a degree of overkill, but I really want that roof to grab on really effectively, especially whereas I don't have a plan that's approved by the building inspector or anything yet. If anything, I want to have the whole thing be over-engineered, as opposed to them coming in and be like, oh, well, you know, if you just had, you know, put things a little closer, added a few more pieces of hardware, it'd be good, but, you know, they don't think that it's strong enough. So I want it to be overbuilt, over-strong, so that there's no questions, you know, later on about getting the design approved. So anyway, like I said, I don't need anything super strong to hold it together now, because I'm going to have that piece of threaded rod and also some really big lag screws that are going to go in there. So for the time being, what I'm going to be doing is just, I'm going to use up some of these duplex nails. These duplex nails are nails that make it easy to tack things in and then pull them out later on. But I've gotten to the end of the bracing process. I don't really need to brace anything anymore. So I figured what I'll do is I'll just use these, sink these all the way in, and these will be perfectly strong enough to hold this thing temporarily while I wait to put in the threaded rod and all those lag bolts and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 4 of these at each corner, and I'm not going to nail the whole thing. You guys know what nailing a nail looks like. But I'm going to put 4 of them in each corner, and then I'm going to take the piece out, line it up, put it out in the area that I prepared, and I've got it all marked off up there, and nail this on, and then I'm going to put another one, and then another one. So there'll be 3 layers. The wasps are coming in here. There'll be 3 layers there, and those are going to, you know, make a nice surface that I can attach the final piece onto. The reason that I'm not putting them all together all at once is because if I had something that was, you know, this thick, it'd be kind of difficult to get it up there and get something to attach it on there. The best I could do would be to like toenail in from an angle to get it attached up there, and I don't want to bother with that. The one risk I run with putting them up one piece at a time is that you don't want it to be, you know, non-straight. So every time that I do, I'm going to be taking a carpenter square and making sure each new layer goes up nice and square on there. But other than that, that's the plan. Just get the pieces up there, get the nailer board across the whole thing, and then once I have that, I can start doing foam on the top layer up there. So, beautiful day for Workville. Not too hot, not too cool. You know, weather's really nice, but it's not going to stay this way forever. Thanks for watching.